Oh!
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 4th episode of Fresh and Retro.
Is it 4?
Yeah, it's 4 already.
It's like 3.
And now it's like 187.
No, not really.
I'm Jason.
And I am. And welcome to the... I'm trying. Welcome to the Fresh and Retro podcast. This week, I'm actually into it.
Uh-oh. See, we tried something last week, and we realized that doing a whole single theme doesn't seem to work.
Not for us, no.
No, well, not for you.
No, not for me at all.
Not at all.
My brain's going too fast. One topic's like, ugh.
Yeah, melt your brain.
Melt my brain just like those candies that those little kitties eat.
Alrighty.
What
Well,
happens?
should we talk about the first big thing we watched this week?
2 Girls, 1 Cup, yeah.
Yeah. It was actually 4 Girls, 12 Cups, but it was pretty weird.
You watched the sequel?
I did. It was
I'm
good.
sorry.
No, we watched the
Human Centipede.
Punisher.
Yeah, the Punisher.
Yeah.
Or John Bernthal screaming.
It wasn't bad, but it wasn't
Good.
great.
It wasn't very good.
I mean, it had some issues. There was, like you pointed out, a lot of talking.
Oh, too much talking to be the Punisher.
Right. You know, and the way I looked at it is it's like they castrated him in a few sections.
And they actually did castrate him.
where they made him useless. Like
Yeah.
I wanted to see more of the Punisher. This felt more like another origin story, which we didn't need with him. Because they did that through Daredevil too.
Mm-hmm.
They needed this to be just all out.
Shoot him up.
Yeah.
That would have been fun.
That's what I was expecting.
An interesting story, but with more shoot 'em ups.
Yes. The whole...
I mean, the story wasn't interesting, no.
The whole thing with the guy's wife.
Yeah, I don't want him being a husband.
Yeah.
That was kind of weird.
And that was just weird of a stupid segment of it.
Yeah, that and everything with Madani.
Yeah. Well, you just thought she was a weak character.
She was very weak.
Yeah.
Billy Russo was alright.
He was really good.
Yeah, I just like him as an actor.
I didn't like him in
Westworld?
Yeah,
Really?
I didn't. No.
He was just a jerk that you're not supposed to like, but I like that he can play that role so well.
But he was weak in Westworld.
He was?
He starts off as a prick, and then you realize...
Oh, well, yeah, well, most are.
Yeah. Where with this one, he was strong throughout the whole show.
I thought he was weaker in the beginning.
Really?
Mm.
I just think it was because it was hidden.
Yeah.
You know, you didn't see how badass he was.
He was pretty good.
And the flashbacks to the war and things like that. Those were
only like first 3 episodes.
Yeah, but those were good to show you the type of soldiers they were and things of that nature. You know, like they were the type of soldiers that went into anything.
I guess we should have seen coming who the bad guy was.
Well, like I said, I knew. But
Not Billy Russo. What?
Spoiler alert.
I'm not gonna say anything, but they do show you pretty early on.
They do. Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Yeah.
The dude that runs it all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But you got that from the
The
beginning.
pirate.
Arr.
Yeah.
He's gonna take your booty.
I didn't think he'd be in the rest of the show.
Really?
Yeah.
Like you just thought he would be taken out early?
Mm-hmm.
That would have been interesting, but I think with that they would have needed those multiple layers.
I would feel like if he was taken out, then I don't want to spoil anything.
No, but if they take what you think is the main bad guy out early, then it's always up. That was just one peon, and it's a much bigger bad guy.
No, I'm saying that.
All right, let's not spoil it for people because it's only been out for like a week.
Let's just say, doll that rides a tricycle should have taken over if the big man. You get where I'm going with that?
No, I am totally lost.
The big,
The doll who rides a tricycle.
Yep. Who is that?
Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I feel like he could have taken over.
I get what you're saying, but I think this was, like I said, it was a secondary origin story.
Yeah, I know.
And it
Which
just
wasn't necessary.
No.
And everything with the basement area, that was dumb.
That was, and I wanted a tie-in.
With Daredevil?
Yeah, more
that's why
so
Karen
than
was there.
That's what I'm saying. I wanted something more than that. I wanted news stories or a newspaper or something
about Daredevil,
or Luke Cage or whatever.
Defenders in general.
Yeah, anything that was going on to tie it into that universe somehow more than just one character.
Yeah, but they didn't.
No, they didn't, and that just drove me a little bit nuts. But whatever.
Yeah, they're gonna call themselves Marvel television universe, well, it doesn't really work out if you don't connect them all.
Correct.
Yeah, I would not recommend it, honestly.
Well, I mean, if you're liking the Marvel Netflix series,
The 10 of you.
it was good for that. It was.
It was better than Iron Fist.
Wait, well, I could take a crap and it'd be better than Iron Fist, but...
I listed Daredevil Season 1.
Uh-huh.
Luke Cage.
Okay.
Jessica Jones.
Yeah.
Daredevil Season 2.
Yeah.
This is best to worst. Defenders.
Punisher.
No. Punisher, then Defenders.
Yeah?
I didn't like Defenders too much.
Maybe just because Iron Fist was in it and you
It was
really
Iron
hate him.
Fist, and then, I don't know, I feel like they could have gone more into the story, the backstory.
I wish they would have, at
Like
end
bad
of
guys.
Daredevil Season 2, really pushed him retiring.
Mm-hmm.
Because that was just like thrown in your face.
Yeah.
Oh, he retired.
And then Defenders, it was like, oh, now he got to come back.
Right. I wish that was more of a defender of the Daredevil 2 storyline.
Mm-hmm. And then Iron Fist, of course.
Yeah. I think Iron Fist, they could have done so much more. I mean, first of all, casted somebody who could act better.
Yeah.
And really, I mean...
Well, he was on Game of Thrones. He's a great actor, Dad.
Yeah. That says everything right there. But he just... I don't know. He didn't pull it off as the person who had this weight on his shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it was... In the beginning, he was more beatnik in Iron Fist.
Yeah.
You know, more... very Buddhist, very... Hey, everything's just going to be okay.
Boring,
yeah.
I'm surprised we didn't finish Iron Fist.
Oh, we had to.
We don't have to watch Season 2, though, because
No.
we're probably not going to make one.
Probably not. I mean, and other people are starting to jump into this with Legion. Legion was a great...
Oh, Legion was amazing.
Yeah, Marvel superhero. I mean, that had that weird factor and
Yeah.
you know, what's real, what's not.
We haven't watched any others, but...
No, but I heard good things about Runaways.
The one on Hulu?
Yeah.
That one I heard was really good, but I didn't hear too much about the one with Bill from On Fox.
Oh, the mutant ones where the kids are running?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Runaways?
No.
Oh, no, the one where the kids are running.
yeah. And, I mean, we watched, I think, the first season of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah.
And...
It apparently it got really good.
Right, that's what I'm saying, is they
Yeah.
picked it up because we were not sold on the first season.
It was just too much of, like, boring characters.
Yeah, watch out, it's the cavalry. Remember they called that woman the cavalry like the whole season, and then you find out why, because she's really good with weapons or something. It's like, okay, that I was waiting for like her to come on horseback or something.
Or she becomes a mutant.
Oh
She
yeah.
just flies around.
She becomes a horse and rides herself in.
Whoa. There's two versions of her. One's a horse and one's her. She keeps the horse locked up. But they share the same mind.
But I'm excited about Legion Season 2.
I don't even know when it's coming out, but I want it to come out now.
And the one like you're talking about with Bill from True Blood.
Yeah.
That one
doesn't look interesting at all.
I had hopes for it because it brought in the Sentinels. It brought in a lot of that futuristic feel that the X-Men have tried to do when it comes to the mutants being taken prisoner and such. That I would like to have seen that.
Yeah.
You know, it's not really part of the MCU, but it's a slight tie-in. I think it's tied into Fox's, right?
Yeah.
That's a Fox show?
It is on Fox, yeah.
Yeah, so that ties into the Fox MCU, which is what the X-Men movies and Wolverine movies and everything.
Yeah.
So they have different things they could do with it.
Well, they're mutants, right?
Yeah, they are mutants. Yeah. But see, I don't know, can they call them that in the show? Because I know with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they were Inhumans.
Mm-hmm.
And then they brought the Inhumans TV show, which I didn't hear anything on that.
I don't think it's out yet.
Really?
Yeah. Oh, wait.
I thought it got released. Or did they just do the pilot episode?
I think they did the pilot, maybe.
Gotcha. Because I didn't hear much on that. I heard people talk about it a little bit, but not like, oh, you gotta watch this show, it's really cool.
Yeah. It's got a 5.3 out of 10.
Yeah. And that, I mean, the fact that a whole section of the MCU, even the TV versions, can't use the word mutant, kind of sucks.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's already on the first season.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the last episode is called "And Finally Black Bolt." I don't understand. There's only 10 episodes.
What was it on? ABC, whatever series?
I think ABC, yeah.
But yeah, see, and that kind of, like, I get it because of the comics. The comics tied in Inhumans and mutants to be similar. Mm-hmm. After the Terrigen Mist got released.
Oh, Sorry.
People who were human didn't know they were Inhumans and had all these powers.
Mm-hmm.
So this Terrigen Mist gets released, it unlocks their power, but that mist also kills mutants.
Okay.
But the way they did it, I think, in S.H.I.E.L.D. and all that was anybody who had powers was called an Inhuman. Because they couldn't legally say mutant.
Mm-hmm.
And that was just a little lame.
So the Fox show is called The Gifted. And it's halfway through the first season. And it's got like an 8 overall. Yeah, 8 out of 10.
That's not bad.
But Runaways is doing a weekly release
Mhm.
on Hulu.
What are they on?
I didn't see, but there's only a couple episodes left.
Did the Tick come back?
No, not yet.
So we're still waiting on those episodes.
So waiting on the Tick, which if you have Amazon, watch it. It's
Yeah.
really good.
They did really good with that
Yeah.
one. I mean, it's exactly what you hope for.
But better.
I was a little sad.
There was some parts that were like, they could have been a little bit better. Like, I kind of get bored sometimes.
But he does perfect.
Oh, he does
I didn't
amazing.
think he
Yeah.
would because what's his face that I like? Family Guy,
Oh yeah.
Joe. He does the voice of Joe.
Patrick Warbottom.
Yeah, when he did his TV show, The Tick,
Yeah.
he was the perfect
Mm-hmm.
version
Yeah,
of
this
him.
guy's great. I'm
This guy.
surprised he's the same dude from The Roommate in Shaun of the Dead.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
doesn't look like him.
No, it doesn't act like him.
The Tick comes out February 23rd.
That's the next season
Next
or
half.
next half.
Yeah.
All right, that one I'm pretty excited about.
Mm-hmm.
And that one, yeah, like Trent said, if you haven't watched it and you have Amazon,
Oh, definitely.
get on there and watch it because it is a great show.
Yeah. So, what else have we done? That's covers TV, right?
I guess, yeah.
I mean, we didn't really watch much of it.
No, I mean, I watched the first episode of this season's Green Arrow, which was
Yeah.
terrible.
I was doing a test in here, and I heard you guys laughing like crazy.
It's getting as bad as Walking Dead. I told you last week.
Yeah.
I mean, I know you've given up on a lot of these shows, but
Walking Dead, it got better.
not after this week. When I saw her shoot
Well,
somebody with an RPG.
No, not this
at point
season.
blank
Last
range.
season. Last season, it got better
Okay.
with Negan. He was pretty good, but I just couldn't finish this season. I haven't liked Arrow in like 2 or 3 seasons.
No, I know. You were okay with Flash, I think, for a season or
Yeah.
two more than Green
Yeah.
Arrow. Yeah. But yeah, this Walking Dead episode, this killed it for me. The last, I think, yeah, this one when I think it was Rick and Daryl fight,
Spoiler.
and that was stupid.
Mm-hmm.
That fight scene was dumb, and then, like I said, somebody got shot point blank with an RPG,
Yeah.
and it was just like, wow, okay.
Uh-huh.
Because I remember when a friend of ours, we have a friend who lives out in England, and he was complaining about Walking Dead way back, I think, in season 2, or no, season 1 maybe, when Lori crashed a car on an empty road,
Mm-hmm.
and that's when they were like, we're done.
Well, that's not season 1 then.
You think it's season 2?
I think so, because...
I don't remember when, but she crashes a car at some
Oh,
point.
no, that's like season 4. I know which scene he's talking about, yeah, because
She's
I think
just-
she's pregnant.
Yeah, she's just driving and flips the car.
Yeah.
That's when they were like, done. This
Mhm.
is, they just like throw things at you to try to cause drama, and
Yeah.
they're so asinine.
Yeah, I remember that scene now. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was pretty bad. Yeah, so I think that's it on TV.
Yeah.
Well, sadly, I started a very strange Netflix show.
What's that?
It's called Big Mouth. It's Netflix original.
Is this
It's
the one that was a girl
animated
that
one.
was? Oh, okay.
But it's Nick Kroll.
Okay. I like him.
Fred Armisen.
Okay.
I forget who else is in it. I think Maya Rudolph's in it.
Nah.
But it's about preteens and teens going through puberty, and that's it.
Okay.
It's weird, and it's like to the extreme. They each have a hormone monster, and it's played by what's his name? He's from the Jay and Silent Bob series, I think. And I think he's only in Dogma. He's the gym coach or whatever, and the workout dude from Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh, Cousin Rico. Or
No, the
no.
workout dude. He's the guru. He's got the
From the
American-
Drew Carey show.
Sure.
Yeah. He used to be on the Drew Carey show.
Was he in Dogma?
I don't remember him in
I
Dogma.
feel like he was. I remember seeing him in a Jay and Silent Bob movie.
He might have been.
Do you know his name?
Oh wait, yes, he was in Jay and Silent Bob. He was the security guard.
Oh, he was. Yeah,
That's-
that's
yeah,
what
yeah.
it is. Yeah. That's a great scene.
Yeah, he was actually in the Beverly Hills Billies movie.
Diedrich Bader. I don't know.
Yeah, but he played in Beverly Hills Billies
no,
movie.
it's not him. It just sounds like someone just like him.
Oh,
I'll
does
look
it?
him up, yeah.
But yeah, the guy you're talking about, yeah, he was on Drew Carey show. That's where he got like his most exposure. He and
Oh, it's Nick Kroll doing the voice. It sounds just like that, dude.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
But what's his name from Whose Line? The tall one.
Ryan.
Ryan. He and Ryan were Drew's best friends, and so they were like in every episode.
Okay.
But apparently it doesn't matter because he's not in the cartoon you're talking about.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah. The crazy dude that was Rosa's boyfriend.
Oh,
from
okay.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
I've seen him doing a lot of
He's
comedy
done
stuff.
that. Yeah. Jordan Peele's in it. Richard Kind?
Who's that?
I'll show you his face.
Is he mean?
Yeah, I wouldn't invite him to a birthday party.
Oh,
Yeah,
he always plays a
creepy.
swarmy. He always plays a
Yeah.
creepy, swarmy guy.
Yeah, I don't like him very much.
But he's good. Like, when you see his
Yeah.
movie, he always plays that perfect.
Which is kind of sad.
Yeah. It's like, how did you nail that role?
Yeah. But it's just... It's like every basic puberty story you've ever heard.
Mm-hmm.
And they use it for their episodes, like... One of them, a girl gets a period and she's wearing white shorts. It's like, oh wow, never seen that before.
Actually, I haven't.
Oh really?
No, I don't watch out for that.
It was in movie 43, so yes, you have.
Was it?
Liar. Yeah.
I don't remember that.
The girl from Kick-Ass.
I don't remember that one.
That movie.
No, I remember the date.
Oh yeah, of course you remember.
And I remember Chris Pratt.
And Anna Faris.
Yeah, I remember those
Rest
two
in
stories
peace.
in it, but those are the only two I remember. I mean, the date's my favorite one. That's why I remember.
Yeah. And there's another episode that was the main kid. He doesn't know if he's gay or not because he sees a trailer for a Dwayne Johnson movie, and he's like Rambo, and he gets turned on whenever he sees his abs. So he's like, I don't know if I'm gay. So he kisses someone, and he doesn't like it. So he's like, I guess I'm not gay. That's it.
Okay.
That's the episode.
It's like that long?
No, it's 30 minutes.
Oh, okay.
But there's like pointless things.
Right,
throughout it.
just ridiculous side things.
Yeah. I mean,
Are they all friends, so they're all in every episode?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's just...
So every episode has a main puberty problem, but the rest of it also has like other stupid problems going on.
Yeah, like relationship issues.
Or, like
and
homework
stuff.
or something, or...
No, not like that. Gotta do 5 plus 5. What is that?
You said they were preteens. That's past 5 plus 5.
No, these people are dumb. I don't know. I might finish it. I'm only like 3 or 4 episodes in.
I'm going to try to power through.
Yeah.
I'm looking for something.
I did. We did restart The Office.
Yeah. What are we on, season 3?
Yeah. We're on season 4.
Huh?
We're almost on season 4.
Yeah, we are actually. Yeah, I forget what that show, just how... it's hysterical, but sometimes so painful to watch.
Yeah.
I mean...
Like, wait, like cringe or like
yes,
relationship?
cringe.
Okay.
Cringe. The relationship stuff I hate.
Really?
It's such a cliche
Mm-hmm.
that whenever you have a TV show, it's like 2 of the main stars have to be in love, but they
Yeah.
never like do anything about it. I'm sick of that.
Yeah, but this was early 2000s, so it was like...
That's been going on since I was a kid.
Well, I was a kid in early 2000s, so...
It was new to you, I get
Yeah.
it. But no, I mean, like, way back in the day, like, old TV shows like Cheers and stuff, there was the
Cheers.
Sam and Diane that were back and forth. You never knew if they were ever going to hook up or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then Moonlighting with Bruce Willis. That was his TV show. It was
Oh.
actually pretty funny.
All I know is Moonlight.
Moonlight. Yeah, we haven't seen that yet.
No.
But, yeah, it's just cringeworthy. I mean, just
Mm-hmm.
how awful they make Michael Scott
Yeah.
sometimes.
But then it's shocking to see how great he is as well.
What do you mean? Oh, when
Ever
he
since-
actually...
When he's actually a good person.
Yeah.
Or good at his job, which is kind of
Right.
weird.
But
Like-
it's scary how sociopathic and narcissistic he is.
Yeah.
And it's like nobody addresses that.
Mhm. That's a weird plot point.
They just make him weird.
Mhm.
He's weird. It's like, no, he's a complete definition of narcissism.
Mm-hmm.
He has no concept that anything he does affects others.
It does. I think that covers... Now we're done with TV, I think.
Are we?
I haven't watched anything.
I mean, I am looking for something to watch, though.
Jane Smith has an anime I told you about.
Jaden Smith's anime?
Yeah.
So I'm still looking for something to watch.
You should watch Jane Smith's anime.
Right. No, still looking. Yeah, still. I mean, you looked at our Netflix account and saw I was watching other animes,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
you gave me crap about
I
it.
did, but Jane Smith's anime.
Yeah.
Watch it.
Yeah. So I'm still looking.
Every 2 episodes, every 2 episodes, I'm gonna have a rapper or a person I'm just gonna be quote unquote obsessed with. Yeah.
Okay. Well, you know, you have to shoot for the stars, bud.
Yeah, and they are stars. First two was Lil Pump, and now it's Jaden Smith.
Yeah, but no, I mean it's like I don't want to watch. I like when I'm laying down for bed to watch non-live action. I like the animated stuff because it's just easy, stupid. But it's like I don't want to watch Family Guy.
No one wants to watch Family Guy.
Well, I mean, I've watched almost every episode. Same thing, you know, Archer was really good. I think I watched the first 2 or 3 seasons of that.
Yeah, I think I'm on season 3.
And then, you know, Simpsons is just played out for me.
I want to watch The Simpsons. I think I've seen maybe 5 episodes.
Bob's Burger is really good.
Bob's Burger is great.
Is it?
Oh, yeah.
Did you hear, were you with me when we found out what it was actually about?
Yeah, I forget what it was. Oh, yeah, the cannibals.
The cannibals, yeah. They were cannibals, and it had to be rewritten and reworked. So, I mean, maybe I'll sit back and watch that one.
I mean, it's got the great voice actor.
I know.
As Bob.
Yeah, I love that guy's voice. But maybe that's what I'll shoot for and try that. I mean, because anytime I watch, like, live action stuff, it just starts to bore me. It's just, and the animation, maybe it's the pretty colors, you know, and it just keeps me interested.
That's why you like Rick and Morty.
Yes.
He has a little teleport gun, it's bright green. Woo!
I just want that teleport gun. That's all I'm saying, but...
Okay, I mean, get to work.
So, all right, did we see any movies?
We rewatched Watchmen.
Yeah. Well, before that, we were doing tons of Christmas movies. Getting in the mood. We watched the classics: Christmas Vacation, Home Alone, the one Rudolph, Elf,
Die Hard,
and Die Hard. Yeah, we've watched all those in the past 2 weeks.
Yeah, past week.
Well, last weekend and this weekend, yeah. It's gotten us into the Christmas spirit, I think.
It was last Sunday and yesterday.
Okay, fine.
That's within a week.
Alright, fine, whatever. But he's right, we did rewatched Watchmen.
Yeah, we watched it yesterday. And I remember liking it the first time I watched it. And this time I really liked it.
Yeah.
Except for the big problem I realized.
And I agreed wholeheartedly with you.
The soundtrack is garbage.
One of the worst I've ever heard.
Hello, darkness, my old friend.
It was just, I don't know. Maybe he was trying to make it era specific.
He was.
But he picked like the worst of the worst for that. He could have gone with some really good unknown or low key.
That's what I was hoping for. Like when I heard, I forget what song it was, but I was like, this is a very popular 80s song. Why?
Well, 99 Love Balloons, that was on there.
Which I love
that one fit, but that one fit what they were doing. I think that was the one song, like the love scene was like the music killed the mood. But I mean, one of the reasons we watched again is they just released
Doomsday Clock #1.
Doomsday Clock, yeah, the new comic book from DC that's supposed to do what Alan Moore didn't want. And that was to introduce the Watchmen into the full DC universe. And now there's going to be a huge crossover between them.
Cool. So
but it follows...
Now that we're done with comic books...
No, but it follows the story really well. I read the first one, and then we rewatched Watchmen. And it refreshed my memory. And the way they're writing it, even on how, like, Rorschach talks, it's spot on. And it, like I said, it follows it. So there's a reason Rorschach's there. You have to read it to figure out why. But it goes into a lot of the small details of the movie in the comic book to keep it, well, I should say from the original 12-book graphic novel.
Yeah.
Oh, he's bored.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about books.
No book, it means reading. It means I have to read words.
Words bad for me.
Alright, then what did you want to talk about, punk?
Let's talk about closet doors.
No, let's not.
6 panels. What else did we do this week?
Well, we put up the Christmas lights.
That was fun.
And then we realized that they didn't work.
We put them up 3 weeks ago.
Well, yeah, we put them up 3 weeks ago, but they still haven't worked. And we had to play detective and find how many staples I had shot through the wires into the aluminum siding of the house.
Total of 3.
Yeah, so it was shorting out the fuses.
Yes.
So we got that fixed, so they've been lit now for the past couple days.
So are we.
Yeah.
Popped my I'm sweating. Woo!
And then we helped our neighbor put up his lights.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, technically, I put fuses into lines, and
I held his ladder.
You held a ladder while he leaned over. Yeah.
He was leaning really far. He was leaning.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
He might have fallen, but we didn't see it.
I was standing there.
You weren't looking.
I was not looking, actually.
You were playing on your phone or something.
No, I was looking at a plane flying by.
You okay? Yep.
Well, I looked over and I see he only has one leg on the stair or ladder and one leaning all the way over. But I'm looking at a plane and I look back.
But
I'm
you were holding
whoa!
the ladder.
Yeah, I was holding
He was
the ladder.
stable.
Yeah.
The ladder was stable. He might not have been.
For the most part.
He didn't die. He didn't get hurt. Christmas lights are up. Boom.
Yeah, I guess that.
Except apparently we have a competition that we didn't know about going on in the neighborhood.
Yeah, we drove last night at like 9 o'clock. And as we're coming home, we see like 4 other houses with giant inflatable light stuff and Christmas lights all over the place. And we're like, ugh.
If there was a competition, we didn't get notified.
But we're third.
No, I don't think we're third. We can't even get close to the number one because it's got like 18 inflatables. I think there's a live Santa sitting out there.
There's giant speakers that play Frozen music on repeat.
Let it go over and over. It's like having a 5-year-old in your house again.
Yeah, but not, because you can't really hear it this time.
Oh, you can.
I did not hear it last night.
Yeah, well, our TV was up loud last night.
Sure.
When we turned it down, I could hear it.
During Halloween, they had speakers out again. And they had a projector, or I don't know what it was, but it just had 3 giant pumpkins that had mouths, and they were making noises, and it was like, woo! It was just all goofy and weird, but we could hear it.
Sounded like somebody in the neighborhood was having really bad sex.
We just got a new sound system, and we wanted to test out how loud it was, and so we turned it all the way up, and we could still hear the pumpkins.
So our sound system sucks, apparently,
Yeah.
because we should not have been able to hear those pumpkins.
We had the door shut and everything.
All doors shut.
All doors should always be shut.
Yeah, well, we had the security door, plus the front door, plus the sliding panel door, plus the door made of water.
Alright. You went way too far with that. That wasn't even funny. So yeah. Music. You hear any good music this week?
Not really. I haven't even heard too much new one. I did hear one that I liked, but I didn't pay attention to who the artist was.
Wow, you're terrible with
Nope,
music.
I clicked the button on Spotify.
I clicked the button and turned my phone off.
No, I put it on there to like follow them or something, so I could go back.
Yeah, you can go back. Yeah, just go to your profile and go to who you follow.
Right, and that's what I did because I was in the middle of working when I saw it.
Mm-hmm.
So I made sure I did that because I did like the song because it was weird.
Was it like like?
No, it wasn't that weird.
Well, you say weird. That's what immediately comes to my mind.
Jukebox the Ghost.
Jukebox Hero.
That's who it was.
Was it one person or a band?
No, it's a band, but the name of the band was Jukebox the Ghost. Ooh. It was different. It almost was like it had like a classical sound to it, like classical music, but almost orchestra playing
like classical orchestra. Or?
Yeah, but their music, it was weird. It's hard to explain it, but it was unique. It was new, and I actually liked it. So I'm gonna go back and actually listen to the rest of the music, see if that was how they do things, or if that's just that one song.
A lot of albums are released, and I only listened to one, sadly. This rapper named Miguel, and all his lyrics in this album were about like relationships and sex and all that, and I didn't really care, but the music was really good.
Okay.
And I was like, if this was just, I don't know, but if it was just instrumental, I would have loved it.
Gotcha.
I think that's how good it was. You should, because I got our neighbor into it. You should listen to Brockhampton.
Yeah, I'll get right on that.
No, you won't.
No, I won't.
It's so good.
His name's Brock.
It's a band. No one's name is Brock in the band.
Oh, so I thought you said no one's name is Brock. There's a lot of people named Brock.
No, in the band, there's no one named Brock.
You sure?
Yeah.
What are they named after?
They're named after their parents' name that they gave them.
You sure?
Yeah.
The band's name is Brockhampton. What's it named after?
Oh, I don't
Not the individual.
I was like, one's name's Kevin.
He's named after what his parents said.
Yeah.
He said John birth certificate. He got to be Kevin then.
Yeah, he's Kevin.
That's just a weird Brockhampton.
I thought it was a person too, because the first album I saw was their Saturation 2.
And you didn't look up Brockhampton to see if that's anything famous.
And when you look up Brockhampton now, you just find them.
Really?
Yeah.
You sure?
I mean, I don't really research them. All I know is there's 14 people in the band. About 6 of them sing, and the rest of them produce, record, they do all the music, do everything, they market, all that. So that's one reason I really like it.
Yeah.
Because they do their own work.
Okay.
They're not outsourcing, stuff like that.
I get you.
They all do their own work, and they make the music. So, I think that's pretty cool.
And what is it, like R&B, hip-hop?
Yeah. But in 2 weeks, 2 weeks from December 1st, so December 15th, they're releasing their last studio album.
You know they call themselves a boy band.
They're a self-proclaimed boy band.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Okay.
they're not like One Direction. They're not like NSYNC. People call them boy bands. This is a self-proclaimed boy band, which is kind of weird.
Yeah.
I don't know why you would self-proclaim that you're a boy band, but it's just 14 guys in a band, so...
Well, they're all guys.
Right.
And it's a band.
And there's 14 of them. So,
yeah.
Technically all bands are boy bands. Metallica's a boy band. How do you feel about that?
Sure, that works.
Yeah. So what are they named after, huh?
Metal.
No, Brockhampton.
Oh, it doesn't say anything really.
Yeah,
But I will say this, since I went on here.
Are you on Wikipedia?
Yes, have you noticed it?
What? Oh, they do that every year.
Oh, do they?
Yeah.
I've never noticed that before.
The valued customer, can you donate? Is that what you're talking about?
They're like begging for money.
Mm-hmm. They do it every single year. They beg for money.
But see, the first time I went on, I was looking at it today because I was looking at sci-fi movies that...
That was last week, Dad.
No. Shut up. I was looking at sci-fi movies that it was saying didn't make it in the box office, but they're really good to watch.
Valerian.
And there was one that was called No Blade of Grass.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, that sounded really familiar. So I looked up the movie on Wikipedia to see if it was based on a book I had read that took place. It was a book written in the 1950s. It was a post-apocalyptic where the food resources were dying. And it actually is. It's a movie from the 70s.
I think I heard about this. I think I know the book, yeah.
I told you about the book.
Yeah.
I was really intrigued by it. And the title was very similar. So I looked it up, even though the cover looks totally over the top, like there's a guy with an eye patch and a machine gun, and it doesn't match.
From New York.
Yeah, basically. And but when I went on Wikipedia to look, immediately it took me away from Wikipedia.
Yep.
And it was like a 20-paragraph begging, pleading for money.
Every year it happens.
Because they need to buy Christmas gifts?
I don't even know. Like, I think they'd have enough customers coming. Like, enough people on their website, I should say. That they don't need the money.
Well, everything they do is promotional based, right? They sell ads.
Yeah,
or whatever.
they have ads on every web or page.
So,
and they have millions of people using their website every day.
Right, so they're getting millions of views every day.
Don't need the money.
Well,
that's how I see it.
Apparently they do, if they're begging for it.
No, I don't think they do.
Because just now when I pulled it up again, it comes up at the bottom. How much are you going to donate?
Yeah.
I hit none, and my phone blew up.
Yeah.
It's terrible.
Yeah.
They can't have that much.
That's WikiLeaks.
Oh, WikiLeaks?
It's not Wikipedia.
No, WikiLeaks will just download everything and have all my nudes.
You shouldn't have any.
Oh, I have tons of nudes on my phone. Selfies. That's all you're supposed to do, right? I text nudes to myself all the time.
Change the topic. Because that was lame. So no music?
No, I told you.
I know, the one song.
Yeah.
Okay.
I was a little busy this week.
Ooh. I was finishing school.
Yeah.
And not going to school.
Yes, you did do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can now say I'm a college student because it was early Tuesday morning.
It was Tuesday morning.
Hey, I'm telling a story. You did not live my life. Yeah, early Tuesday morning. Grizzled veteran Trent wakes up at 7:30, hears the sound of his alarm, shuts it off. Immediately gets Vietnam flashbacks. I shut my alarm off and go back to bed, because that's my first alarm. Never heard my second alarm. Wake up, see my clock, says 11:50. I'm like, power went out, because that's not true. Grab my phone, says 11:50. I go, great, missed class. So, why don't I just wait in the room for when Dad comes home in 10 minutes?
Yep.
So that's what I did. I sat there, and every time I wake up, my hair stands completely straight up, like a mohawk. And it's kind of long, so it was pretty nice. So he comes home, he walks in, I'm just sitting there, dazed, hair standing up like a crown, and he just missed school. Yep.
And then I had to beat him.
Yeah, I still got pains.
Yeah, he'll never miss school again after that. You know, I put a couple of bamboo rods.
I've never missed school.
No, you've never slept in for school
No,
before.
this is weird.
It was an oddity. It was the meth. I know it was. I told you not to smoke it that late.
Told you not to tell anyone about that.
I'm not telling anybody.
Oh yeah, no one's
No
gonna
one's
listen.
listening.
Alright, so video games. You replayed Evil Within 1.
Yeah.
And it was my
Finally beat it.
It was my first time ever watching completely through, I should say. It was pretty much completely through. I hated it. It looks so boring.
It's not, but it is. I mean, it's of course repetitive like it is, but the one issue I've always had with that game is the constant, hey, let's make it weird out of nowhere.
Yeah, and also I noticed there's so many different game styles all together.
Yeah, well, it's like they took every good horror game,
Just every good game,
and mashed it into it.
Didn't they have a first person section too?
No, there was no first person section.
But I mean...
But it's like, you start off in the insane asylum,
Mm-hmm.
you're down in sewers, you're in a old medieval town.
You're in an evil mansion.
You're in an evil mansion.
You are.
You are, and then you also in a destroyed current modern town. You know, it was like, it felt like you were playing Resident Evil. The only thing it didn't have was
It was
Dead
like
Space.
each of the 7 Resident Evil games
Yeah.
put together.
But it felt like that, like when that one part I was saying about it felt like Silent Hill.
Mm-hmm.
When I was walking through and everything was corrugated metal with the, you know, the kind of like fences on the side.
Mm-hmm.
That's what the old Silent Hill was like when you went under the city.
Mm-hmm.
So it had all that feel of those original ones.
Yeah, so haven't beaten the second one yet. Realized the second one's a lot better than I thought because it's not like the first one at all.
Well, I was really upset. I just started the first DLC that I never played, and it's the one type of horror game I hate.
Even though you've beaten, what, like 2 or 3 games?
2.
Alien Isolation had that.
Which pissed me off because I was
Yeah.
so excited about that.
And then Outlast.
Outlast, they did a better job with it.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't as important to hide.
I mean, I think it all started with Amnesia, which
Yeah.
I didn't know about when I got Amnesia, and I was like, ugh, this is kind of lame.
And
Like,
I'm not a fan of hiding. And
yeah,
that's what
hiding kind of sucks.
if it's the whole game, I get it if it's like an area.
Mm-hmm.
Cool, little switch up on the gameplay, but
Isn't Alien like that?
Alien,
Like, you can make traps and get weapons and
kind
stuff.
of, but they really push for the hide. Well, from the Alien, you have to hide.
Yeah, I know.
You can do things to make it run,
Mm-hmm.
but you can't kill it.
Yeah, I know that.
And then when the stupid androids,
Yeah.
that's when it got really
Yeah,
bad.
that part was rough.
So yeah, I've been playing that, and then you picked up
Yeah, because, Amazon Prime.
on sale.
Make sure you get the subscription so you can watch The Tick. Not sponsored. On Saturday, Friday, it was on sale for $38. But if you had Twitch, you could get an extra $5 off. So I paid $33 for Call of Duty World War II, which just came out, like 3 weeks ago?
Mm-hmm.
So that came in yesterday. And I probably already put like 4 or 5 hours into the multiplayer.
Mm-hmm.
And I really like it. It really reminds me of Black Ops 2, and because I'm like the addictive nature of the game.
Right.
And I've played 7 game modes now, and
Okay.
I like them all. I mean, Search and Destroy is kind of rough, but I could see myself
Yeah.
getting serious with it.
That one was rough. I mean,
War was hard.
it looked hard. I was
Yeah.
watching you play that, and I like it better than the Battlefield ones.
Really?
Because the Battlefields are just come here and take this point.
Yeah.
I liked it that you
This
had
has
to.
a weird but realistic, I guess.
Yeah, we had to
objective.
destroy certain sections to get.
Except magical bricks appearing and ladders.
Yeah, the building aspect of it, of rebuilding walls and stuff, did look kind of weird.
Mm-hmm.
But I liked it that there was multiple ways to get to your objective if you found the ways to like destroy stuff.
Yeah.
And then you could get in. So like if somebody's
One of them is storming the beach of Normandy, I think, or
Right.
Neptune.
right,
They call
yeah,
it-
you're in space.
Yeah, they call it something Neptune, like Operation Neptune, I think.
Yeah.
But it looks like the beach of Normandy.
Right.
So there's barbed wire, and you have to put an explosive device in the barbed wire to blow it up.
And there's
You can-
multiple areas
There's
where you
3
can do that.
entrances. Yeah. There's one in front of each of the bases, and there's one in the middle.
And the whole time there's a guys.
There's 4 guys on MGs shooting
Shooting
at
at the
everyone,
beach,
and they
right.
have shields over where their heads are, so you can barely snipe them.
Right.
Even though I did get sniped using
You
one.
sure did. He
Yeah.
got you dead on.
But you blow up the barbed wire, then you run up to the bases, and there's ladders you can build. Or you go to the center area, and I think you have to destroy a wall.
Right.
But you do all that, and you can get in, and you have to take over the points, which are the bases, and you blow them up.
But if they kill you, they can put the walls back up.
Right.
They can, I think,
They can
destroy the
destroy-
ladders.
yeah.
But then, yeah, once you take the MG towers,
Then you have to move on to the next area, which I still haven't passed.
Yeah.
It's, what are they, 10?
it was 10 radio equipment.
Yeah, and it's like under this big base that has walls and fences and barbed wire all over the place. And if you're on attack, It's really hard because
Yeah.
it's a small area that 6 enemies are in,
Mhm.
and they can defend each side, and it's beneath where they're standing.
And you have to shoot. There's 10. These 10 devices are spread throughout, and you have to shoot
Well,
them.
they're spread under the base.
Yeah, and you unloaded a whole clip on one of them and didn't blow it
Right.
up.
I threw a grenade at it, then I emptied a whole clip, then I grabbed a shotgun and shot it twice, and it blew up.
Yeah, and that's just one of the 10.
Mm-hmm.
There's no way. I mean, unless there's some
Unless
kind
you
of
like
demolition
Molotov
thing.
cocktail or flamethrower.
Bazookas.
Bazookas, yeah.
Yeah,
Those
you'd
are
have
really
to come in
help.
prepped maybe for it,
Mhm.
but yeah, that kind of.
You could have like 3 people taking out enemies and 3 doing, or maybe 4 and 2.
If you had a squad, but
Yeah,
Call of Duty's not big on squads.
Well, no, in this game they force game chat, which means that if you have a mic, it's always got to be on. Well, it's always going to be on, unless of course you mute it, but
Right.
it makes it to where there's more team play.
Which I like. I mean, whenever we play, the other one, Destiny,
Mm-hmm.
one of the aspects we like is that, it's 4v4,
Yeah.
and we can get our friends play, and the
Mhm.
communication's perfect. We
Yeah,
can
it's
cover
easier
it.
to find 2 people than finding
Oh
4.
yeah. I was surprised though on the war one. When
Well,
you
it's
said it
only
was
6.
similar to Battlefield.
It's only 6?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Well, the first area when you're storming the beach, I think you saw, there is NPCs on your side running up as well. There's like 30 of them running up.
But
it's to hide you in the ranks.
But in Call of Duty before, they had those war ones.
Ground War.
Yeah.
That was 9v9, yeah.
Yeah, and I like those. I mean, the chaos at it
Yeah.
gave you the feeling of.
But this one, it's...
It's almost like forced chaos, like storyboard chaos, like you said, the NPCs.
Mm,
That by adding all that extra noise and stuff, it makes you feel like it's bigger.
yeah.
But we did learn that if you play it split screen,
Second player can't do anything.
they can't. You can't access headquarters or look at your drops or anything like that. But also the lag.
Oh, the lag's really bad. Then there's the screen gets weird because it has to reformat, but it doesn't reformat too well.
Right. Well, yeah, the pixelation, all that. It's.
Well, no, even like there's a skill you get that if there's an enemy off screen looking at you, your screen kind of flashes yellow on the sides. In split screen, it doesn't go all the way to the edge, so you see like the line where the barrier of it is.
So it's hard to use that perk.
Not really, but it just looks funny when it pops up.
But yeah, we were at a part where we were taking over a place, and grenades are being thrown, bombs are being dropped. So both our screens were trying to do all that animation.
And you're in a battleship.
Yeah, and so it's moving.
Yeah.
And we just went to like maybe 5 frames per
I don't
second
even know
for a
how
little
much,
bit.
yeah.
And if I'm playing on the second screen and he went into the
Start menu.
yeah, the start menu at all of a sudden lost all my ability to move or anything for
I
a
didn't
short
have that
time.
problem. I could move on the start menu all I wanted.
Yeah, he was able to do whatever he wants in the game.
But I've only played multiplayer, but I really like it.
See, I read up on it, and there was a lot of people that were judging the single player.
I heard the single player was really good, even though it gets
Cliche.
well, I mean all of them do.
Yeah.
But there's like people get mad at the touchy subjects.
What do you mean?
Like the whole game is World War II.
Right.
So, you have the Nazis killing Jewish people, and in one of the trailers it said they're killing the Jews, and it's like people hated that. Well, it's World War II.
Well, and that was some of what I read was a lot of people were complaining of why are we glorifying war again, a war that's happened.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like when you play like not Modern Warfare, but any of the future war ones.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, none of that's based on real fact.
Right.
Even Modern Warfare or any of those are not based
Yeah,
in.
where Russia takes over America.
Yeah, they're not based on real things.
Right.
But I heard none of this when Battlefield 1 came out.
Right. Yeah.
Nobody was complaining.
Well, it's also wasn't the first one that's on World War One.
What?
Battlefield 1 was the first one about World War One, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
But I heard nobody complaining about why are we glorifying a war. And it's, I don't know, it drives me crazy that that's what people will complain about. The other thing is, hey, you can single-handedly defeat the Nazis by yourself.
Well, that's what all.
I know, all first-person
campaigns are
shooters,
like,
yeah. It is ridiculous.
Like Destiny. You're the only Guardian with light, and you can take over the entire Red Legion.
Well, okay, Destiny and Halo, I always understood a little bit.
No.
I did, because you're supposed to be more than human.
I get that, but.
But
they
like
talk
Gears,
yeah,
Gears did it smart because you had squads.
Yeah.
You know, when you have things like that, and with Call of Duty, there's always other teammates that
Actually,
can never hit anything.
This one has a lot more because I've seen some gameplay of it, and you don't have regenerating health.
It's the health packs I read.
Well, you have a teammate that gives you health packs. You have a teammate that gives you ammo. You have a teammate that scouts for enemies.
Gotcha.
Stuff like that. So it adds more of that squad-based
feel.
Yeah.
Not as good as
Ghost Recon? No, Rainbow Six Vegas?
No.
Is it
Your
better?
favoritist.
Rainbow Six Las Vegas 2 was my favorite.
No. Star Wars.
I really didn't really play that much, but I did like it, yeah.
Which one are you talking about?
The one on the computer. Republic Commando.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which was basically
Ghost Recon.
Ghost Recon. No, Rainbow Six. We could tell the guys, hey, go here, go here, go here.
I like Rainbow Six better.
I liked the Republic Commando because each guy had a different skill.
Mm-hmm.
So when you set up different traps or whatever, you could tell the specific guys that you wanted to do certain things. Yeah, I hope Rainbow Six comes out with it.
They came out with Siege.
No, a real game, I mean.
No, Siege was really good.
Siege was fun.
And it had that team-based feel, but it was all online.
But I want a Rainbow Six again. I mean, it's going to be hard because
they were gonna make that one, remember?
Oh, where it was American terrorists?
There was the American terrorist one. There was also the, which was turned into Siege, but it was hostage in a house. And it had a different title. It wasn't Siege, but there was a hostage in the house you had to break in, and it was NPC enemies. But they trashed that and made Siege.
Right. Which, I mean, it's funny is, you know, when I'm looking at streaming stuff and all that, of how much Siege is still played.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's
it's
when
one
we
of the most
played
popular Ubisoft games.
Oh, when we played it, I loved it. The strategy involved, and the fact that they've toned down some of the things that made people super powerful.
Mm-hmm.
That might make me go back and play it again.
I don't know. I think the PC, it would be way better.
Yeah. But, like, The Division...
That still gets people.
I know, and
they still update it.
There's so much more they could have done with that.
Well, if you get the DLC, then there is a lot more.
But, I mean, just in general, I mean, I liked it. I like, you know me, I like my dystopian themes, and it fell really well into that.
Yeah, it did pretty good.
It never made you feel like you were part of something. It was solo.
Yeah.
You know.
Unless you were doing the raids.
Yeah. But, I don't know. I mean, it just shows like any kind of MMO like that doesn't work with guns. Because that's basically what it was an MMO.
So is Destiny.
I don't count Destiny as an MMO.
Destiny calls itself an MMO.
I don't care what it calls itself.
And Division just took the same idea and was like, we're going to make our own game.
But I don't consider Destiny that, though. Because, like,
basically
okay, here's...
the same game.
Well, no, because here's what I consider more of an MMO is how much you do in the Division to level up solo, okay?
A lot.
And how much you can just randomly do with other people.
Not that much.
Yeah, there was.
What can you do with other people in the Division?
Weren't there all those sieges you had to do, or like, cover a point? There'd be like a point, and you have to go and stop the bad guys from coming.
What are you talking about?
I thought there were different, like, little,
in Division.
Yeah.
There were side missions you can do that had that, but it was only single player.
Oh, I thought there were ones that...
There would be, like, NPCs.
And you had to wait for the helicopter to show up and all that.
That was... Are you talking about the Dark Zone?
Yes.
That was all online. That was you killed each other.
No, I remember working with people.
You can work with people.
Like, no, I mean, like, we couldn't kill each other. It was NPCs that were charging us.
Not that I know of.
Yeah.
There were NPCs in the Dark Zone.
I just remember it. Yeah, I remember the Dark Zone. So Dark Zone was crazy.
Dark Zone was great. That was a smart idea.
Yeah, that was, and that's the other thing that makes it more of an MMO to me is that you can freely go into PvP.
Yeah, well, not freely. You have to go through a bunch of loading screens, just like Destiny with the Crucible. You go through a bunch of loading screens. You
but
fight
you
people.
don't. No, you go through something and boom, you're in the PvP area.
Yeah.
And the only reason to do it is for better drops.
Mm-hmm. Way better.
Yeah, it wasn't to level up something or get points or whatever. It was just the drops.
Yeah, I mean, you do have a level in the Dark Zone. You are leveling up.
Right, but I mean, where like Destiny, you're trying to get Crucible tokens or Crucible XP or whatever.
Yeah, level up and get drops, yeah. They're the same game.
No, they're not.
They're almost practically the same game.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
No.
You can run in with 4 people in the Division in the Dark Zone. You can run in with 4 people in the Crucible.
So, can you do a squad in Division?
Yeah.
Okay. So then you couldn't do friendly fire.
Right.
That's kind of cool.
Mm-hmm.
See, I don't think we ever tried the squads, did we?
I think we might have.
We did it in the. I know we did it in the one player.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
but
we
not.
played through it, but yeah.
But I'm talking real Rainbow Six. We need a new Rainbow Six game.
Yeah.
I mean, because I love the old PC one that was the tactical, where you had to it was like the SWAT teams and stuff, and it was a 3/4 view maps, and you actually had to like click and point where you wanted each guy to go. That's how it started.
That sounds fun. I mean, there is a new game, or not new, Door Kickers is the name of it.
Door Kickers?
Yeah, and you're a SWAT team that run in, and you have to, like, you can't see any enemies inside, but you have to prepare for every room to have an enemy.
Okay.
It's pretty neat. But it's top-down.
Yeah, that's kind of what these were. I mean, there was another one I did that was Breach and...
Yeah, it wasn't on your phone?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was very
it's similar
much...
to that.
Yeah, that's how these were. You had to put the people in the positions, and then they each got to turn to fire or whatever.
Yeah.
And then when Rainbow Six came out with the first-person one...
Yeah.
I think it changed the game on the tactical, but we've lost a lot of that.
Tactical?
On first person.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Rainbow Six really made you plan how you were going to enter a room with your team.
Yeah.
Yeah, you could tell them here, you could tell each guy to individually shoot a target in a room once you breach, and then you could be ready for the third person, where you had the little, what do you call it, the optic?
Yeah.
And look into the room, but yeah, I think we've lost that. Maybe people just want to run and gun.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know.
According to EA, people don't like linear games anymore.
Yeah. And they said that about what? About
Star Wars.
That's their complaint of why the linear game sucks?
No, that's why they shut down Visceral.
Because the people don't want a story game.
Right. They thought they were going to lose too much money with Star Wars, the single-player game.
Because isn't Mario the #1 selling game right now? Or one of the top right now?
One on the top, yeah.
I mean, not a lot of people have the Switch.
Not linear at all.
I don't think many people have Switches. People have had Nintendos
Actually, no.
before.
Black Friday, they were the #1 console.
Yeah.
But no, Mario isn't linear.
Mario's a linear story.
Mario's not linear.
You go from start to finish.
Yeah, and then you can explore like an open world game.
Okay.
This one is an open world game. It's not.
So they're talking like Evil Within.
Yeah.
Or Uncharted.
Mm-hmm. Those are completely linear. Yeah.
Right, which is
with like just a small area you can explore.
And Uncharted was one of the top games.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
How many? I mean, what other games?
What was in this year a linear game that really sold? I mean, Wolfenstein kind of did.
Yeah, Wolfenstein got really high ratings.
Yeah.
Was Doom this year?
No, that was last year.
Okay. I'm trying to think of what we played this year, and
yeah, I don't really
that's
know.
what would tell me. Because
Mm-hmm.
I know the sequel to Uncharted, or whatever, the
DLC.
Lost Legacy. Yeah, that thing came out.
That thing.
Yeah, it was alright.
Yeah, I don't know how many games that I played this year that were linear.
You sure?
Yeah. Because it was like, at the beginning of the year was like Horizon Zero Dawn.
Right, that's not linear at all.
No, Zelda, not linear.
Right. Even the upcoming ones, like Far Cry 5, is supposed to be where you can actually go everywhere from the start. As opposed to...
Montana.
Yeah.
That's going to be fun.
Killing the rednecks.
Going to be real fun.
What?
Real fun.
Real fun?
I don't know.
Oh, have you read about Far Cry 5?
I know it's about like a cult of religious people or something.
Yeah.
It's supposed to be like the worst of Americans.
Right, but it's also just cause.
Oh, you can blow up everything?
Well, no, but you rally the people around
Rico,
you.
Whatever his name is, you blow up everything.
But no, when you take over sections or whatever, you can take over areas, and that will then cause those people to rally behind you, and you get more supplies or whatever.
And that's how most open world games are.
It was like, what, Mercenaries was like that?
Yeah. They should bring number 3 out. They should release 3.
Yeah, Mercenaries was
Mercenaries
fun.
2 was really fun.
Yeah, I mean, that was, as open world goes, you can't get much better than just blowing up everything.
I mean, Just Cause 3 did a pretty good job at it.
Yeah.
But there were some limitations. Well, not really.
It was too big.
It was really big.
That's what got me.
That was massive. That's what she said. Sorry, Office, I said limitations, but I don't think there was of any, because you could attach, remember those harpoon things you could have? You would attach one to a wall and attach them to like a cow, and you can make it fling.
Yes.
Yeah, I did that one.
Yeah, you figured out anything you could do.
Yeah, that was fun. Not anything. There was a lot of people who learned a lot more than I did.
Really?
Yeah, because they spent like hours, hundreds of hours. I only spent like 2.
And Crackdown's supposed to come out, right?
Yeah.
What's the matter?
It doesn't look very good.
And it's supposed to be anywhere as well. Like, you can go to any fight, isn't it?
I don't know.
Because, like, Crackdown 1 was linear. in the extent of you had to level up before you could take on certain bosses.
Yeah.
But that's,
So that's
what
not
I mean.
linear at all.
Not linear, but the progression system was... Yeah, you couldn't go to the third area because you'd die.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've done that.
Right. It was like... Fallout was like that. Where... Skyrim and... the one before Skyrim.
Oblivion?
Yeah. Those are supposedly scaled to your level no matter where you were.
I don't believe that at all. I just remember when Skyrim first came out, I watched you play, and you had that giant in the forest.
What?
And there was a giant.
A giant?
There was like a...
Oh!
Yeah.
Yes, he wasn't scaled.
Right.
That one wasn't.
Okay.
I think there were certain ones that were like quest or story. Yeah, but just random. If you're walking and a wolf came up, it would be whatever your level was. I think they changed that in Fallout.
I think Fallout had scaled.
3 did not.
You sure?
If you went to DC, you died quick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I think 4 scaled it.
I don't know. I've encountered some pretty
tough.
high-leveled areas, yeah.
Yeah.
And they could be quests, like you said.
Right, but... So that's how the original Crackdown was. You had to beat this boss, this boss, this boss, level up this, and then the other ones would be easier. 2, when they added the zombies. Do you remember that?
And what?
Crackdown 2.
Oh yeah, that was
The
garbage.
zombies I hated. Nighttime came and the streets were full with zombies, and
That
you
was
had to
really bad.
deal with them as well as the missions. I guess trying to throw a curveball into the story.
Yeah, doing it. It was because zombies were big that year.
Yeah.
I was like, Left 4 Dead 2 came out, and
But see, those were good.
Left 4 Dead 2 was really good.
Yes.
So, since we brought up Destiny,
Uh-oh.
it's a big controversy that happened like a week or two ago. I think we've talked about this.
I
a
don't
little
speak
bit.
to you ever.
That's true, yeah. This is my first time seeing you in 2 weeks. So, right after the Battlefront 2 thing that we talked about 2 episodes ago,
Correct.
Destiny has this engram, which they call it, which is a loot drop, that you can get for getting enough XP in however long. You get XP, and you get a loot drop that's cosmetic only.
Right.
Well, they started making it to where, because there was this event that happened, that you got double XP if you played with clan members.
Right.
For a weekend. Well, they soon found out that in that weekend, with that double XP, you could max out on your XP earned. You could barely earn, it was like 80 XP to do a full, like, event.
Mm-hmm.
Which was really bad, because you'd get like 400 for doing it.
Okay.
So they figured out that there was a cap to how much XP you can earn in like a week or a time period, something like that. So they started like bashing Bungie for that, and they're like, "How could you put a lock on this?" And they admitted to putting a lock on it because they didn't think people could. They didn't think it'd be nice enough to have someone do one 2-minute long event over and over again, get more XP than someone that's doing a 10-minute event or a 20-minute event.
Okay.
That makes sense?
It does, but it's not Bungie's responsibility to monitor people on how they want to play the game.
Right. That's why everyone was mad at
Yeah.
them. Wait. Confused at what you just said. It's not their responsibility to monitor how people play their game.
Yeah.
So,
If you want to do the 2 and you want to grind 2-minute events and that's what you want to do,
yeah.
okay.
But you're going to earn more XP doing that.
All you're going to get, though, more cosmetics.
Right.
It's not going to make you better at the game.
I get that.
So,
Okay, so yeah.
who cares?
Right.
Who
So
cares
they
how you
put
grind
that
it?
cap on there so you can't get as many cosmetic items.
Right.
So you have to buy them because they sell those cosmetic items as well.
Right.
So when that all came out, right after the whole Battlefront 2 thing, people were really mad at it. So their change was they put out a tweet that said, "We removed the XP cap, so now all bright engrams, which are the loot drops, are 160,000 XP per loot drop."
Right.
Well, when the game first came out, people found out that it was 80,000 XP to get those. So they doubled the XP, but got rid of the XP cap.
But, in all honesty, in playing, since we've been playing Destiny 2, I have never pushed myself to get a bright engram.
Yeah, I know, but there's something because the loot you get from those only lasts for that season.
So, because the only one I have a skin for one of my weapons.
Oh, an ornament?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Well,
that's going to
ornaments
go...
no, I mean emotes, ships,
Oh.
and sparrows, yeah.
Okay.
Those 3 are seasonal.
Okay.
So if you're trying to get all of them, because there's tons of collectible people in Destiny.
Right.
That's the biggest draw, I think.
Yeah.
So there's tons of people that are trying to get that, and if they put a cap on it to try to get more money out of you, that's just unfair. So they released a 10-page update document thing talking about, well, they canceled a live stream that was going to go over part of their new DLC coming out next Tuesday, actually in 2 days.
Yeah.
Well, tomorrow when this comes out. But they were going to do a live stream covering all the armor and weapons that came out with that DLC, and they canceled it to put out this post that talked about how they're going to try to improve the quality of life of Destiny, and they potentially are going to do one each month, which I think could be a great improvement.
Of what? Upgrades or changes?
Yeah, it release a 10-page,
So like they'll release
post.
fixes, and then they'll listen to the community, and based on the community's response to stuff, they'll try to improve that.
This was it was November, because it was on Thursday or Wednesday that it came out, so November 29th, right? It was only 30 days, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so November 29th they released this big post covering the 2 updates coming out in December, and also covering stuff that's going to come out throughout 2018.
Okay.
So I think they're going to do one, hopefully they're going to do one at the end of each month, talking about the feedback that they're getting with the updates.
And I get that, because yes, if you're going to have a game that's a living...
An MMO. This is what MMOs do. They constantly update their game.
I will say this. In the MMOs that I played, the ones where you had to pay to play, they would listen if there was enough evidence to an imbalance. That would be the biggest thing.
Well, I mean, this is just to make the game... Like, people stop playing Destiny because of the engram thing.
I get that, but there's no monthly fee.
They're trying to get more money out of you.
Well, that's through microtransactions,
right.
I get that.
So however, people can be mad at that because it's money related.
But like I said, I don't play the game...
That's you, personally. There are people out there that want those collectibles.
Why? They're virtual.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
It gives a little... What's the whole point of working? You're going to do the same thing every day to make money, to feel better about yourself.
No, I work to stay alive.
Okay, you can do that all
I have to pay for food and electricity.
You can steal it.
Your interpretation of work, because we pay the majority of your bills,
I don't care. I have no reason to work right now.
Yeah, no, you really don't, but, it's...
Okay, what's the reason for volunteering?
To volunteer, to help those who are in need.
To feel better about yourself.
No.
There are people out there
people, but
that feel better,
be.
like donating to charities to feel better about themselves.
You should never do anything for others to feel better about yourself.
There are people out there, though.
I know, and that's disgusting. That
feel better about themselves doing something. So you're gonna feel better about yourself getting collectibles in a game.
Well, then that's sad.
I mean, I want to get every weapon in the game.
But I don't see you spending 20 hours a day grinding trying to get.
That's only 4 hours of sleep, Dad.
Yeah.
I need at least 5.
Okay, sorry. 19 hours a day. But it just... like when we used to play the old MMOs, there was a reason to grind for that rare drop. Mm-hmm. Because that one drop could totally change how your character worked or played when you did things that were PvP.
Just like Destiny?
No, because these are all ornamental.
No, okay, well, you're talking about that.
Yeah,
I'm talking about drops as in...
No, drops for weapons I get. Yeah. But the ornaments, the things that people are being charged microtransactions for that they're bitching about, doesn't change the game for you.
Actually, if you get a better vehicle, you can get 10 more speed.
Ooh.
Go from 150 to 160.
Because that's such a harsh issue in the game.
It really is. I just want to go faster. If you get the legendary, exotic, rare ship, it's all together. Yeah, you can decrease load screens.
Nope.
Wait, never mind. It doesn't exist yet. You have to pay $10 to unlock that feature.
I have an issue with people bitching about those kind of things.
I don't.
It's a virtual world.
Okay, it's a way to escape from the real world.
Well, so is heroin.
No, you still have to live through the real world.
I
Video
don't know.
games, you get that
like,
dopamine.
If they were charging for the drop rates of guns, that, I would agree with you, is ridiculous. But when it's cosmetic only, to me, that's not that important of the gameplay. What was the one that you told me about? The Battlefront 2.
Mm-hmm.
The Darth Vader thing.
Yeah, you paid $90 to get the deluxe edition of the game, which gave you the ability to unlock Darth Vader, and you had to spend, I think it was like a couple hundred hours to unlock him after spending the extra $30.
Right. That's ridiculous to me.
Yeah.
Because either you just make it where, hey, if you play the game for 30 hours, here's your reward, or, hey, you paid all this money, we're going to give you this, but everybody else has to play, 100 hours or something.
Yeah, the podcast I was listening to earlier, the dude said he played 10 multiplayer matches and unlocked Darth Vader now, because they had to decrease it a bunch.
Yeah, I don't doubt it.
Yeah, so 10 matches, 100 minutes?
And that would change the game a bit,
Mm-hmm.
because with Battlefront, whenever you got one of the heroes, they were so much more powerful than regular people.
Now it's weird.
Why
you have to get so many points in a match
to unlock a hero.
To get the ability to spend those points to be that hero.
I like that.
I don't. I want it to be like, you're so good in this game, you can play as Darth Maul.
But that is technically that. If you get the points, because you have to get the kills and such.
Right. But the points, like, you get points to be better characters, to be even better characters. That's kind of lame.
Yeah.
You should have the base 6 characters or whatever, like in the original Battlefront. You had like 6 characters you could be.
Yeah, a soldier or sniper or whatever.
Maybe 1 or 2 each match.
1 or 2.
Yeah, you can be 1 or 2 base characters.
That's it?
Yeah, then you get more points to be better characters, which are like, let's say you're on the droid side, you play as a basic droid. Then you get like 1,000 points, you can play as one of the big silver ones that have the turret arms. That's like 1,000 or 2,000 points. And then like 6,000 is Darth Maul.
Per match?
Yeah.
So you don't unlock these characters as permanent unlocks?
No. Yeah.
So it's kind of like, what do you call it? CSGO?
Yeah.
Where you bought your weapons and stuff through the match. Yeah.
Yeah. So like every first round you just start with a gun or a pistol, and then like armor.
So what's the point? What's the progression trees then in Battlefront?
That's just how like, you get so many so much XP or so many I forget what it's called. It's something that you get to collect each match, and if you get so much of it, I think you can buy a character to unlock in a match.
So it's not like the Call of Duty or anything like that where you're progressing your soldiers
to get better
throughout.
Perks.
Yeah. To get different guns.
You get better cards, which cards are basically perks.
Okay. So there's perks in this too.
Yeah, but you can get those from loot boxes as well.
Which you can spend real money on to get a bunch of.
Yeah.
See, that's where I disagree. Mm-hmm. Is if you can pay money to a game, and that means you get to be more powerful than me. Mm-hmm. Not because you're a better player.
Yeah, I forgot to mention this part.
What?
I forgot to mention that in the second episode.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, I don't remember I thought for some reason World of Warcraft introduced that, where...
You got better perks for paying money?
There was, because everybody's paying, but I want to say at some point they tried the microtransaction thing, but I think they took it away real quick. Mm-hmm. But I think they were trying to fight the farmers.
Yeah.
But when all these other games, I think one of the Call of Duties that started it...
Supply drops?
Where you had to pay for them, real cash.
Yeah, Advanced Warfare.
Yeah.
Which was the last Sledgehammer game.
But those were only like one-match uses, weren't they?
What?
If you unlock like a special gun or whatever...
No, they were permanent.
They were permanent?
Yeah, Advanced Warfare had permanent weapons.
Because I remember like you could get like an M16, but it would be like with different modifiers on it or something.
Yeah, like the big ones was the ASM one, Speakeasy.
Yeah.
It looked like a Tommy gun, and it had the big round barrel. Uh-huh. But it had more damage, more accuracy, but it like decreased the reload speed, and that was it.
And those were things that you could pay cash for to maybe get the drop on.
Yeah.
See, that I don't agree with.
Sorry.
I agree with the ornaments. Mm-hmm. If you want to spend money to change how your person looks.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to have a nice parrot on your shoulder or whatever? Great.
That would be great, actually. I wish you could play Destiny with a
parrot. Yeah, that would be kind of cool, but I don't feel, because it's like my complaint I've had about Disney. Not Disney. Disney did it right. No, Disney did it right. It was Universal. The Fast Pass. Mm-hmm. And the first time that ever happened, I had gone to Halloween Horror Nights years and years and years ago. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden the Fast Pass was going on. And it was like, hey, if you spend this much more money, you get into the ride faster than everybody else. Mm-hmm. Well, that's catering to the rich.
Yeah.
Hey, you're poor? Well, you have to wait in line. That's, one of the things that we've tried to get away from in this world is in public places like that, in something that's open to everybody, there shouldn't be that mistreatment. Disney does it where if you go up and you register at the ride for a fast pass, it'll give you like a time. Hey, come back at 2 o'clock, you know, and then you'll be in the fast line. That's just setting an appointment. Doesn't cost you any extra money.
Yeah.
But that's what they're doing with the games now. You know, games are getting to a point where I think online games will be so competitive that people will pay that money. Because there's people, that make money playing competitively.
Oh, yeah.
Not
you
just...
can pay someone to play World War II for you.
Why?
I don't know.
So you have a cool KD?
Yeah, I guess.
That's it?
Or to get, like, high level. Have bragging rights.
I get that. I mean, in all MMOs there was...
You get paying someone to play for you?
No, I mean, to level up. Like, if you don't have the time, but you want to enjoy the perks of it.
Yeah.
When you want to sit down or whatever. I don't agree with it. I get it, because, like I said, there used to be the farmers in all the MMOs. And if you wanted to buy, you know, cool stuff to craft with or whatever, there were people selling it that just spent all day in the game farming for stuff, and they would sell it for real cash, and you could buy everything you needed to work on your crafting or work on whatever, and that way you could build the better weapon or do this or that. But that wasn't the game forcing you to do that. That was a market that opened up. So I get it. There's always people ready to pay to not have to do the extra work. But it's the way of the world now.
Video games are crazy market.
Well, it's going to become that Black Mirror episode.
Which one?
The one where they had to ride the bicycles.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
That's what it is.
That could happen.
I bet you we will have pop-ups in video games down the road. You're going to spend money, because they tried the ads. I think it was Burnout. Was it Burnout or one of those? They did the ads.
Billboards?
The billboards.
Yeah.
There's a couple of games, and what they did is they sold the billboards. So when you played the game, those had real current ads. And the billboards had a life that when it stopped, they then at a cheaper price sold that billboard space again. So if you played the game later on, a new ad would pop up.
I think I played it recently, and there was a vote for Obama one. No lie.
Oh, I don't doubt it.
Yeah.
I mean, he was the first president to really push the younger generation media. So that would have been within his wheelhouse of what he was pushing for.
Yeah.
But if it's still there, they didn't have the live market.
Yeah, I don't think they do anymore.
Yeah, some of them I've seen before, but it's... With smartphones, we've seen the increase in people that are willing to pay $1 here, $1 there to get rid of ads or get rid of this.
Yeah.
I think even though you're paying $60, $70, $80 for a game for your console, I see it as a potential down the road market.
That's why Nintendo's going to be number one.
Because they won't ever do it.
Honestly, they're one of the best video game companies out there.
When it comes to taking care of the customers.
Yeah. Like Splatoon, every couple of weeks they release a new update with free weapons, and they just released a new one that's like, I think, a brand new map, a brand new game mode, new weapons, new skins, new everything for free.
Because they're gamers.
Right. They know what people want.
Right.
It's not paid DLC. It's what you would get from a DLC from like COD.
Yeah.
But it's free.
And I don't mind the DLCs. Like, if you pay $20 or $30 more, you get the season pass. If they come out with DLC for a year or so.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, you and I have had this debate. They should have come out with everything in the start. But it extends the life that you own a game.
Yeah.
And want to play it.
Yeah. Like Zelda, it had a season pass with 2 DLCs. And I think the first one came out in like October or September. And the next one's coming out soon. But it's like 3 or 4 months in between. But no one beat that game. I mean, there are people that did, but most gamers didn't beat that game within 3 to 4 months.
So the DLC was already out.
Right, yeah. By the time they beat it. So it was, I don't know. But it was like it wasn't necessary for the story.
Right.
It was like just challenge modes that got you cool cosmetic items and also cool weapons. And it was like really hard.
I mean, like, as I'm trying to think, what did we play? The Marvel DC.
What is that?
Lego DC. Lego DC. Batman, I think it was Lego Batman 3.
Yeah, it had DLC.
And we got the DLC pass.
It was 1 level.
No.
Yeah. Each DLC was a level.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But it was like Green Arrow from TV and...
The 1960s Batman.
Yeah, the 1960s Batman.
Cool.
That one was funny.
And then, like, Harley Quinn and Joker thing.
Yeah. The birthday one, the birthday bash. Yeah, so I mean, there were cute little one levels. But it made us, when they came out...
Yeah, we did go back to playing it.
We booted up the game when the new one came out, and we played it. We beat
but we had
level.
to keep the game there for longer after we beat it.
Well, you did have to own the disc,
yeah. And I didn't like that, because that was when we liked trading games a bunch.
Yeah, I still do.
I don't. I'm all digital.
He is digital. He's really not here. He's just
yeah.
ones and zeros sitting in front of me.
I am an AI that Elon Musk made. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we stayed off just one single topic. We went across the spectrum.
Yeah.
Maybe this episode won't suck as bad as last one.
No, I think I like
so that one person listening, please let us know if this one sucked or not.
Yeah, we got 3 people, maybe.
You were up to 3?
No, last week was 5 or 6.
5?
Yeah. And one of them listened to it like 2 or 3 times, so...
Oh, they really liked it.
No, they had to cut it up.
Oh, we do have to say retraction from last episode.
Yeah, my sister.
She apparently did read Ender's Game.
And we forgot.
We did forget. So.
I don't even think she told us. I don't know.
No.
She said before the movie came out, she read it.
Okay, so she read it.
Mm-hmm.
Woohoo!
Yeah.
That's it for us.
That's
all right. This is Jason.
Play me out, Johnny.
No.
Do it.
I'm Jason.
Do it.
God.
Bye, I'm Trent. Bye. Bye.
Fresh and retro.
Bye. Bye.